Are you prepared for Halloween Horror Nights this year? If not, that's okay. I'm going to help you. Hey guys, this is Jose, the amusement park dad, and I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to start preparing for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. This year, Halloween Horror Nights will run on select nights from Friday, August 30th, all the way to November 3rd, which is a Sunday, I believe. Yes. So my first tip, look at the calendar and figure out which day you will be attending. This is super important because obviously tickets, express passes, hotel stays will get more expensive the longer you wait. So the sooner you can purchase your tickets and reserve your hotels, the better. Once you figure out when you're gonna go, my next tip is purchase your tickets. Tickets start at $82.99. I've seen them go up to close to $300 depending on when you go and how close you are to that date where you're trying to purchase them. So if you know your date, purchase your ticket right now. Tip number 2, express passes. If you are only going for one night, I cannot emphasize enough how much better it is if you get an express pass. Halloween Horror Nights usually has 10 scare houses, 5 scare zones, and hopefully this year we get 2 different shows. A water show at the lagoon and also a stage show. To get all that done in one night is very difficult if you don't have express passes. Halloween Horror Nights is a super popular event and it is crowded every night. There are some nights that are less crowded than others, but it's gonna be busy. Not only does express passes save you on time, but it saves you on steps. In one night at Halloween Horror Nights, it's a lot more walking than a regular theme park day. Trust me, express passes are your best friend. Express passes are actually more expensive than single day tickets. That's how much value they hold. Right now they are on sale starting at $139.99. Again, depending on the night you go, it's gonna be more expensive. The longer you wait, it's gonna be more expensive. So the sooner you know what day you're gonna go, the better you are. Purchase your tickets now. Now, this isn't really a recommendation because I personally haven't done it myself, but there's also VIP type tours called the RIP tours. They offer them as a private tour and also as a group tour, depending on how many people are gonna go with you. Those start at $369.99 per person. That does not include the price of admission. So you have to buy a ticket and also purchase the RIP tour per person for $369.99. I'd say if you can afford it, go for it. I heard they're totally worth it. I imagine that you get so much more done, especially if you're going one night. I know if I could afford it, I would do it. Another activity that's HHN related that I haven't done yet is the Behind the Screams Unmasking the Horror tours, which is basically tours of the haunted houses during the day. And they kind of give you the backstory of them and just give you a little bit more insight of what went into designing the houses. Maybe some storylines that you don't get while you're in there getting scared. That would be very cool. I think I might try that this year. They offer a 3-house tour and a 6-house tour. They start at $99.99 per person. Check it out if you're interested. One new event that they have going on this year is the Halloween Horror Nights Premium Scream Night. The day before opening night, which is Thursday, August 29th, they have a select few tickets for folks wanting to get a jump start on the thrills. But it's supposed to be shorter wait, just less people in general, so you get more done. And probably most importantly, it's all you can eat, full-size food and non-alcoholic drinks. That's pretty big. The price does start at $350, but if they're saying it's gonna be less people, it might be worth it if that's your only night that you can do it. As we get closer to HHN, the multi-night tickets will become available for sale. I personally have a premier annual pass for Universal Orlando, so that gives me one free ticket or one night of Halloween Horror Nights. They do select it. I can't go on most nights in October, but I think all of the nights in September I can go for one time only. I do normally also purchase a multi-night ticket. I have so much fun in that event. I definitely have to go more than one night to enjoy it all. But there is one night where I get a bunch of my friends and family together where we try to do everything all in one night, and that'll be the night that I purchased Express Pass for. So far, it's been 3 years in a row. We've been able to knock out all 10 houses, all shows, scare zones, and had time to stop and eat and all that stuff. Like I said, Express Pass for me is a must, at least for one night. Tip number 3, reserve your hotel. I love staying at Universal property. My family and I have stayed at almost every hotel on Universal property, and we love them all. Depending on the category and how much you want to spend or how much you want to do at your hotel. But there's nothing like being able to prepare for Halloween Horror Night at your hotel room and then take just a leisurely boat ride over to Universal, or a walk, or the bus ride, without having to worry about driving from home or driving home after the event, when maybe you've had, alcoholic beverages and you shouldn't be driving, or you're just too tired. And you will be tired, trust me. There are 8 official Universal hotels. The first category is our value hotels. Although they are considered on-site hotels, these are the hotels that are furthest away from the park. There isn't a clean walking path. It's kind of separated from the Universal Resort, which are Endless Summer Resorts, Surfside Inn and Suites, and Dockside Inn and Suites. Like I said, these are located a little bit outside of the property, but they're still very close. And there's bus transportation to and from City Walk all day long. They are the newest of all the hotels for right now, and they are beautiful. For the price that you pay, you are absolutely getting your value out of them. Our next category is our prime value resorts, and those are Cabana Bay and Aventura. Aventura is a little bit more business-like hotel. I haven't stayed there myself, but I visited it. It's more like a normal, regular hotel. You don't really feel like you're in a theme park hotel. It's not themed to anything, except it's very modern. It has a really cool sky bar at night where you can have like tapas, appetizers, and drinks on the rooftop. I'll definitely be doing a stay there soon, and I'll do a full review. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Cabana Bay Beach Resort is huge and it's super fun. There are 2 big pools in this resort, one that has a slide, the other one that has a lazy river. It is the closest hotel to Volcano Bay, so if you're including Volcano Bay in your weekend, which in September and October is still hot enough to go to Volcano Bay, trust me, you might want to consider staying there. These are priced a little bit more reasonably, not as low as the Valley Resorts, obviously, but somewhere in the 150s to 220 per night range, depending on when you go. The Valley Resorts usually has prices, I've seen prices as low as $95 per night, all the way up to probably in the 170s, 180s, depending on what type of room and when you stay. Next up is the preferred category, which I think it's my favorite out of all the Universal hotels that I've stayed in, is Loews Sapphire Falls. Loews Sapphire Falls is great because it's just as nice as any of the premium category hotels, but not as expensive. Sapphire Falls is dog friendly. We have 3 dogs ourselves, so we definitely need to at least stay in Sapphire Falls. We had the pleasure of staying there last year for our long stay, and it was fantastic, from the service to the amenities. The beauty of the resort is fantastic. And last but definitely not least is our 3 premier hotels. The first one is the Loews Royal Pacific Resort, which is themed like a Pacific Island type, Hawaii type theme. Royal Pacific is the hotel that's closest to Islands of Adventure on the walking path. So if you're interested in walking to islands in the morning, that would be the hotel to stay at. Next hotel is Hard Rock Hotel. This one's the closest hotel to Universal. So if you're looking to not walk that far after Halloween Horror Night and you want the hotel that's closest, you might want to consider the Hard Rock. And last but not least is one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in, and that is the Loews Portofino Bay Hotel. Loews Portofino Bay is themed to Italy, and it is absolutely beautiful. All 3 of the premier hotels offer express passes for regular park days, not for Halloween Horror Nights. They give you free express passes for everybody in your room for every day of your stay. That includes check-in day and checkout day. Awesome deal. If express passes for the regular parks are important to you, then staying at a premier hotel is a no-brainer. So like I said, depending on your budget and what else you plan to do with your time here at Universal Orlando will dictate which resort you pick. But you can't go wrong with any of the 8. They're all beautiful. They're all well serviced. They all have wonderful customer service as well. Universal Orlando is my favorite theme park in the whole world, and Halloween Horror Nights is one of my favorite events to go to. Whether you're a person who likes horror movies or a person who just likes Halloween, I definitely recommend that you at least check it out. There's a ton of videos out there on YouTube that you can see. I have a few that you can see from last year. I'll put them on the link below so that you can just kind of get an idea. Even for people who are a little bit scared of haunted houses in general, end up loving this event. I know my wife doesn't really like to get scared, but she definitely likes going every year. But from the effects, the lighting, the costumes, the food, like I said earlier, it is the premier Halloween event in all of Florida. If you want to see clips from last year's Halloween Horror Nights, go ahead and click here for more theme park fun. Click on this video right here. Until next time, keep maximizing your fun.